Good day, everyone. I wanted to do a video real quick for newbies. I mean, people who have not bought anything for an RV as yet. There's going to be some deals coming up end of summer. People will be selling some. You can do used, of course, or there's going to be sales coming up. So maybe before you make that decision, I wanted to just go over a few things for you to keep in mind when you buy a new RV. What are you looking for? And they're just three major topics. We're not going to be details. These are things you really need to concentrate on, okay? Number one, of course, is price. Can we afford it? You're going to have to look and see what you have in your budget to do that, whether you're making monthly payments or an outright purchase. Either one, just for the cost of the unit itself. Now, there's Class A's, the big mama jamas. I'll show a picture of those. Class C's, which are the next biggest size, oddly enough. And then Class B, which are more like van types. And Class B Plus, which is an upgraded Class B. And then you get into travel trailers of all kinds. So they're fifth wheels as huge as a Class A in themselves, down to smaller fifth wheel. And I'll put some pictures of those. Then you get into travel trailers of all kinds, all sizes. You can go from 35-foot travel trailers down to as small as, 10 feet, something like that. So there's a big range of tow travel trailers that you could get, campers. There's pop-outs, hybrids that pop open and you raise a tent. It's like a tent inside of a hard shell camper. I'll show a few pictures of those. So there's a wide range of opportunity for you as far as prices. Now, a very smart thing to do if you are brand new, you've never gone camping before, you haven't done it, maybe you haven't even tent camped or anything like that, but you're determined to get one, and you could always go rent a Class C one day at one of the places, about $350 for a weekend, just to see if you like it. But if you're determined to get one, think about your price first of all. Can we take this thing off? In addition, now, if you're not going to get a Class A, which is a motorized vehicle RV, or a Class C or B, and you're going for the travel trailers, something you need to tow, an additional expense if you don't have one is going to be a vehicle, a tow vehicle. And that is going to have to be able to pull the type of camper trailer that you want to get. So you're going to have to look at the weight rating. So you have two vehicle purchases, basically. So that price range is for the initial purchase. Look at what you can afford, figure out what you can do, and think about it in the long run. Can we do this? Now, along with that initial purchase, remember, you're going to have registration, you have license fees, insurance, and you're going to have to store it somewhere. So all of this becomes an initial upfront part of the price of your RV, whatever you get. So include that in and say, okay, we got this. So mine in my little camper here was $390. It was over $400 the first year, and it continues to drop. But you've got that, and then the storage, we're paying $80 a month here. It's $960 a year just to store it, because I can't keep it at my home. I'm not about to park it on the street. I don't care where I live. Many places you can't park it near your home. Take that into account. And then the insurance is about $300 a year on this. Very minimal insurance, I grant you that. But those two things alone add up to almost $1,500 a year extra in your initial purchase price. You can't get away with those things, okay? Now, the next biggest item. What do you want to do? What's your travel style going to be? Why are you buying this thing? Now, a lot of people, you know, it's true. I find this at campgrounds all the time. A lot of people just go to a campground. And they may be 50 miles from home, 100 miles from home, and that's as far as they go. Just over, stay a weekend, maybe 2 weeks. Some may stay longer. Set it up and leave it there and do a monthly rental on that site and go out to it whenever they feel like it. We ran into that a real good deal of the time. It was it's like, you didn't come very far, did you? They'll see our out-of-state license plates. Oh, somebody knew. So, you know, I'll ask them, oh, where'd you guys come from? Oh, we live about 25 miles yonder up there. And some will say, oh, well, we're about 100 miles over this way, and we just come down for the weekend. Okay, whatever floats your boat. Other people are into boondocking, and what the name implies is staying in the boonies. The boonies being not near civilization. And it's normally dry camping. That is, there's no hookups, no water, no electricity, no sewer, no TV, maybe TV. So that is going to make a little bit of a difference on the unit that you get. Because are you going to feel comfortable taking that off-road? Will it sustain you? Does it have the electrical, the water, the capabilities to keep you going for several days? So think about that. Some are like us. We like to sightsee. So we're going to hit national parks and do quite a bit of driving. And that alone implies that we're going to be doing some traveling. We're not going to go 100 miles. We're going to go long distance. So are you into sightseeing and that kind? What is that lifestyle for you? Is that what you want to do? Forests and off-roading ties in with the boondocking in a way, but in forests, you may not be able to take Class A's into those, or big fifth wheels, even longer campers. So there are areas where you may be restricted if you're going to go with a huge Class A and you're pulling a tow vehicle behind it and you're at 55 feet now. So keep that in mind. Is that something that you want to do? Main roads, all highway, interstate, is that what you're going to do? Are you going to be getting off the road and going to maybe dirt roads to go somewhere, to see Aunt Martha and Uncle Harry, whatever? So keep that in mind. You know, is my vehicle, am I going to be able to do that? Can we do it? And you can look up where you're going to go and see what the terrain is like. So that's another type of lifestyle, part of your lifestyle. These types of things that you're going to do, your lifestyle, whether it's a weekend out or it's 5 months, 8 months, a year, those things you want to talk about together. If it's a couple, you really need to be on the same page, because while maybe hubby is having a ball boondocking, the wife is over there stewing, and she can take it for a little while, and then pretty soon it's like, I gotta go to a campground, I need some hot water, and I gotta shower for a while. Okay, hon, yeah, we'll do that. Talk about it. Be honest with each other, because when you make the purchase, you made the purchase. Now, you can change your travel lifestyle a little bit, but you can't change your rig. And if you do, it could be a very expensive thing. Kind of along with that would be, we bought small. We bought a 19-foot trailer, 2109S. It's a Rockwood Mini Light. It's a 21-foot 9-inch camper. Have the tow vehicle. We bought them both, but we went a little smaller, or medium range, I guess you'd say. We wanted something spacious enough to move around in. So think about being in quarters, and I'll just show you just real briefly. So there's the bed. It's a double queen size walk around bed. That was very important for the wife. And then we have a TV over here that we can watch, and I hope this is all showing up. And a good cook area. And we do have a separate bathroom with a shower. That's a nice one. Fridge, freezer, and then the couch here where I'm sitting on. I've got the slide out right now, so I hope that came through okay and not too blurry. This fit our comfort level, and it also fit what our travel style is going to be, because this I can take off-road. I've hit some really rough places with this, and the vehicle that I have will do it. But by the same token, we can haul out east, 100 miles to a KOA or a city park and stay overnight, come back. It's not a big deal. So be sure that you are comfortable with it when you start looking. Actually go to shows, look at things, get in there together. Both of you walk up and down. Is there room to move around? If you both need to be in the bathroom, go get in that sucker and try it out. Know what I'm talking about? So make sure you're comfortable. Ceiling, width, and you're not bumping into each other. Can you do this for an extended period of time? So kick the tires, get out there. Your physical ability. Now, if you are not able, if you got a bad back and you cannot go out there and hitch up a trailer or change a tire if you got a flat, although not everybody has to do that, of course, but you can. It's easier on a trailer actually than that stupid pickup I got. So anyway, if you aren't into cleaning and maintaining, maybe a little handy or something, maybe that isn't quite for you. You want something less, that takes less hands-on. If you've got to come in and out of your trailer. At one park ground, we saw a lady literally climbing on her hands and knees up the stairs into their camper. That kind of worries me just a little bit. Mechanical ability. Can you fix things? If you're out on the road, you're boondocking in the middle somewhere, it may take just some duct tape and strapping wire and baling wire, whatever. You might need to be a little bit, if you don't have cell range and you break down or something, and you're out there, you need a little bit of mechanical ability, but not a lot. As long as you got a cell phone and you can get online, you can either get help or you can go to several groups right on the spot. I belong to a face group, Rockwood Mini Light Facebook group that is just tremendous, and people, there's hundreds in there, and they'll just chime in with, oh, try this, try that, oh, I've done that, fix this, here it is, and it's a lifesaver for a lot of people. So you don't absolutely have to be real mechanically inclined, but physically, yes. And so that would be, you may have to crawl around on the ground. Can you do that? If you have to get up, get under to push something up, or get on your knees to raise up jacks and levels if you're getting a camper. Even with a Class A, you're going to have to bend over and get into those cabinets and pull things out. All that underbin storage in those Class A's. And if you get a pop-up, you got to get in there and pop that thing up. So you do need some physical ability. That's it. So that's your comfort level. So you did price and what do you want to do in your comfort level. And so lastly, because I could go on forever about this, just want to throw in the last category here is added expenses. That initial purchase is not it, folks. It's not by a long stretch. It's not as expensive, but you're going to continue to make purchases. I'll put a link into just down below where it says show more, something like that, to, in a case of a camper, 25 things that you need to buy before you go on your first camping trip. You could go maybe a little bit without some of them, but you're going to use them all. You're going to need them. And there's a range of products in each category. I'll put a link for that. So you're going to need that. And frankly, I spent somewhere around $2,000 when I got everything done. Now, initially, you could probably spend about $500 on just absolute main things, must-need things just to go and then come back. So remember, you're also furnishing a second home. You're going to need sheets, pillows, all of the comforts, your towels, linen, cooking equipment. Now, if you want to bring all that from home, you can if you're a short-term camper, and you're just going to unload and load every time. We chose to furnish ours and with everything that'll stay in here. So we don't even take a lot of things out. We leave all the bare necessities in here. And then we generally just bring our clothes and food in, and maps, and just miscellaneous stuff, our personal hygiene items, and we go. So we can, you're going to furnish it just like a home, and whatever price category you choose, you'll want to make it something livable. And on the outside, yeah, you're going to have hoses and levels, electrical hookups, and emergency repair stuff, that kind of thing. So there's a bunch of purchases. You can go as crazy as you want, as minimal as you want. If you have a smaller, like a A-frame, which are really cool, by the way, really great, or a little pop-up hybrid, you won't need as much of that stuff. Just look at what you need. If you're up to a Class A, you're gonna have quite a few things. I've got quite a few things. So you've got maintenance that is going to go on regardless. When you buy it, you're going to have to maintain this thing. So that's part of those added expenses I talked about. You're going to have tires that are going to wear out in a while. You're going to need to make sure they stay pressured up. You're going to have a battery. In my case, I have 2 batteries, and I have solar I put on mine, so it's very low maintenance for me at all. But you're going to have to check your battery levels unless you get sealed batteries. You've got cleaning to do. It's just like a home. It gets dirty. You're going to vacuum it, dust it, keep the bathroom clean, the sink clean. You have filters that you might need to change, air filters. They're on the AC. You have a water filter built in if you're going to do that. So those things need to be maintained over a period of time. Your hot water heater, if you get a unit with a hot water heater, so for showers and washing dishes and stuff, there's maintenance to do on the hot water heater. The same on the refrigerator, though very minimal on the refrigerator. Your water system may need to be flushed and cleaned periodically. The water line's cleaned out so you don't get stagnant water in your camper, Class A, B, C, whatever you get. And your sewage system, you're going to have to take care of your sewage system. So those are the ongoing maintenance things that you're going to need. So go out on YouTube, look at what's out there. I encourage you, if you hear about something, you can just go look up Class A's. And some of you saw someone. I looked for 2 years online before I came up with what I wanted to buy. But those are the 4 main things that you need to keep in mind when you're going to go ahead and dig into this before you buy. Price, and what do you want to do, what's your travel style, comfort level, and then those added expenses. Sit down and really talk about that good. And then once you do that, go ahead and make a decision, and then just set your time period for when you're going to do that. If you're not ready, save and think about it. Okay, don't jump off the edge. So I hope that helped you just a little bit. For those who already have a camper, this was, hey, share it with someone that might be looking for one, because these main bullet items are so important to a happy camping life and a happy travel life. Happy wife, happy life. Okay, thanks for watching, and y'all get out there and do it Garland style if you can.